Hello everyone, Lord of the Bricks here and welcome to my channel. This is set 6080, King's Castle, Hogwarts-ified. And I made this yesterday. I just basically followed the instructions for the original set, but swapped out the colors and some of the pieces that I needed to, and made it in mostly tan, because I have a lot of tan and I felt like I wanted to see what this would look like in tan. I also switched out the black for reddish brown, and yeah, I'll give you a closer look at this thing. So this is a castle from 1984, and so it's a very old design, but I think it's really nice, this classic way that they used to make these. And yeah, so I think with all the extra details that I added, like cheese slopes on these crenellations up here, and a few other decorative elements like some of these masonry brick pieces, and just a few like flags and shields that match up with Hogwarts. I think this is a nice set, and I think it's pretty good with the way it is. Now it opens up, so you have this Technic pin here and hinges that makes it so that you can bring this up like this and make a huge castle if you want to. Like, you could expand this a lot, and you have a few. Yeah, you can do it all the way like that. So there are a few different ways you could do this. I think this looks very nice if you want to make something huge, and it also makes it easier to take a look at what's inside here. So you basically have some stairs that separate, because there's half on this side, half on the other, and that brings you up on the battlements, and you don't have anything to help you get up to these levels, but I guess you can always use imagination or add some ladders if you want to. Also, so you have the function of pulling up the portcullis, as well as the drawbridge, which I'll show you that later. Over here, there's a little prison cell, so I used one of these a bit more modern doors, not the ones that they use nowadays, but slightly updated from the one that was used in this set, and it's a nice little space there. So yeah, now let's look at the drawbridge. So you basically have a function that you just put it up like this. And it works very nicely. It's no problem at all to bring it up or down. Also, here's the portcullis from this side. I used a string with a stud on the end instead of what they actually used in the instructions, because I thought that made more sense with, well, the fact that I have it, so it's easier. But they say you can basically just put this somewhere to keep the portcullis up somewhere. And I think it's a bit too unstable to be really effective. I mean, you can see here how it sort of just wiggles And I'm sure you can fix that by modding it slightly, but I didn't feel like experimenting with that. What I felt like doing is actually make a collection of all these different castles that came in 1984. So over here we have a comparison between so we have the King's Castle, and then we also have the Knight's Castle on the right here. And I'm gonna make a different video going a bit more into detail with this one. But then there are also 2 more sets that were released that year that have castle elements that sort of go with this. So we have this thing here, which is called, the Blacksmith Shop. That's it. That's set 6040. And set 6061, which is the Siege Tower. This is basically just a piece of wall that came with the Siege Tower. I built them up because I wanted to show them alongside these. So I'm gonna show you how you can combine them. So, for example, if you open up both of these, oops, and you just combine them there, as well as over here. You can actually make a pretty huge castle here. And it's not entirely symmetrical, but I think that's fine. I mean, look at this. If you think about actual real life castles that exist, they're never really symmetrical, not like Lego does them. And I think this whole combination that you can do is just really fun that way, because it's sort of asymmetrical and doesn't look it's not square, but it still connects all together. And these 4 sets were released in the same year, 1984, and I think they just go really well together. So yeah, the one thing is that I guess they could have gone even better together if the dimensions had been more uniform or something. But with the way it is, this King's Castle just has way longer wall sections than the Knight's Castle does. But that's why having those extra wall pieces, they can kind of make up for that, and you can bring it together anyway. But I really like this look. We have one tower in each real corner here, and then just walls connecting them. I think it looks pretty okay. I mean, could have been better, but still pretty good. So just a quick look around from different angles. And the pins want to jump out. Oops. I broke off a few of the chronodation pieces, but that's fine. So anyway, you have lots of possibilities with this. And yeah, that's one thing. Since they only connect on the bottom, you can sort of have them fall over like that, which isn't ideal, but it's fine. Usually you're not moving it around like I'm doing right now, just to show you all the angles. Let's see here. Okay, but there we go. So that's a combination of all 4 sets that came out, well, all four castle sets with actual castle structures that came out in 1984. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and that maybe you had some ideas for what you want to make. Also, I plan to Hogwarts-ify more castles from other sets that Lego has made. And if you have ideas for which set you want me to Hogwarts-ify next, you can just tell me in the comments. So yeah, hope you enjoyed. Goodbye.